Welcome back. I'm weather specialist Jake DeRees, and the Easter Bunny is no match for this winter weather outside. But as we take a look at the US 127 in Mount Pleasant, the snow that is falling right now is not actually accumulating. It is a bit wet outside, but we are not seeing anything on the ground. Compared to if we take a look down, this is at I-75 in Detroit, where we are actually seeing accumulation down there. Now, this is where some of that more severe weather is going to be, especially in that panhandle with those areas of red. As we move even further, we can see those watches and warnings down there with SPC reports of tornadoes indicated on radar and some hail reports. But right now they're under a severe thunderstorm warning in the panhandle, as well as flood warnings, and they have been in and out of some tornado watches and tornado warnings throughout this afternoon as well. But let's take a look at some temperature outlooks, as we're going to be seeing that influence of the cold front. As we can see, Tuesday, Wednesday, those highs still sticking around in those lower 70s, possibly still upper 60s, but very comfortable. But look at that. Friday, 46 degrees as our high. That's way cooler than what we were seeing, so make sure you're going to take that into consideration when you're getting yourself dressed for the end of our week. But things will be getting to warm up by the time we get into early next week. But that means for homecoming, we're going to be seeing some cooler temperatures this weekend. I'd like to take a look at our velocity right now in this tornado warning, where we are going to be seeing an indication of where that severity actually is in here. If we can take a look at that little, yes, thank you, at that green, we can see this is where winds are going toward the radar site, and anything in the red is actually heading away from that radar site. Now, this is indicating some rotation, which is actually going to be where that most severity and where possibly that tornado can be.
After this break, Jake will have the latest weather update. Jake, what can we look forward to?
Well, the big story for us going into this weekend are some winds that we're going to be dealing with, and as well as a cool down. So I'll be breaking all of that down for you after the break, so stick around. Here we go, our Skycast, breaking it down Tuesday at 11 a.m. This really widespread snow all across mid-Michigan, all across the state. But again, those temps just above freezing. So this can still be snow, but it really won't be accumulating as fast as we might expect it to be. By Tuesday afternoon, again, still very much widespread throughout the state. But as we head into Wednesday afternoon, right before in time for tailgate, we have these clearer, more isolated conditions. Now, let's take a look at local snowcasts just real quick, because we are going to be seeing about 4 inches actually fall, but accumulation for Mount Pleasant's really only looking like 1.3 inches, just above 1 inch for most of mid-Michigan. Now, that costume might get a little icy, but ice is something that we're not going to have to worry about this evening for our Mount Pleasant trick-or-treaters. Let's take a look at our Halloween forecast outside right now. We always got to remember to be smart and to be safe. So if you're going to be on the roads tonight, make sure you are being really aware to watch out for children in their costumes, as well as their parents that will be helping them cross the street. And that goes for trick-or-treaters as well that are going to be crossing the street. Just be careful. Now, the main story for tonight, our temps will be dropping, but we're going to see some calm winds, and it's going to be cloudy. We're not forecasting any rain, so that's a good story for tonight. So let's break it down hour by hour this evening at 6 p.m. That's going to be that best time to go out trick-or-treating right there at the start. It'll be mostly cloudy, 59 degrees. Welcome back. I'm weather specialist Jake DeRees, and this past weekend was beautiful, almost summery outside, and that trend is continuing early on into this week, because right now our temperatures throughout the state of Michigan are in those mid to lower 70s, so very nice outside, especially if you're getting out this evening to do some fall activities. If we take a look at our 6 to 10 temperature outlook from NOAA, we can see that all of the state of Michigan is in that bright red. That is an 80% chance that our temps throughout the next 6 to 10 days will be anomalous, will be warmer than usual. This does not mean, though, that our temps are going to be 70 degrees throughout the rest of this week. We will be seeing a dip, but it will still be a little more pleasant than usual. Let's take a look at our Skycast, as the state of Michigan has clouds rolling in, and that will be continuing on throughout the night, but that's not really changing our temperatures right now. We are starting to see those nighttime temperatures start to move in as it's getting cooler, but right now it is still very nice outside. But let's actually zoom out, get a more continental view. We can see a band of precipitation from Wisconsin all the way down into Texas, and that's actually that dividing line between this warm mass that we've been seeing and that cooler mass out to the west. You can even see in the Dakotas those snow showers. Now, snow is not in our forecast, but rain is. We are going to be seeing this rain slowly move into the state. We will be taking a look at that in a few minutes, but right now we are seeing our Skycast for low and areas of low and high pressure. The red is low pressure and that blue is high pressure, and low pressure is indicative of rain showers. Tuesday at 7 p.m. we can see that we are going to be influenced by that low pressure and that we will start to see those rain showers move in. But as we move out into that later on into the week, into 2 p.m. on Thursday, we're under that bright blue. That means high pressure drier conditions, and it's going to be more pleasant. Into the later part of the week, especially in time for that U of M MSU game, if you're going to be out there tailgating, it's going to be very nice. But on Monday by 5:30, yes, that is Halloween. We can start to see that high pressure move out and low pressure start to move back in. Now, we are tracking some possible showers, but it's still just a tad bit too early to be celebrating that spooky holiday. But we'll be having more for you next week. Let's actually break down when that precipitation will be headed our way. Again, Tuesday at 10:30 a.m., it's going to be clear, and throughout the morning and into the early afternoon, we will be still clear of those showers. But by Tuesday evening, you could start to see those showers and areas of heavier precipitation move in, and this will be continuing overnight. Now, after that, we're going to be seeing that clear out, and we're going to be seeing just a few spotty cloud cover moving in, but that should be all, and that clearage is going to be pretty nice. Our yard work cast for the next few days. Again, tomorrow we have those pleasant conditions throughout the morning and early afternoon before that rain, so make sure you're getting out there because that's going to be the best time, because on Wednesday, that's when all that rain's going to come through, and it's going to be very wet and not really nice to be raking that yard. And on Thursday, it's still going to be a little wet, so that's pretty so-so, so make sure you're getting out there and doing that raking tomorrow.